give this room the best advice you can. Fred has already started about how to work with the disability community, where to burrow in, where to get help and information, and what kind of partnerships you think should emerge from a meeting like this. So Jennifer, I know it's off the top of your head, but just give me your best ideas, and
Yep.
Fred and
I
Ann too.
love Fred's idea of convening a national forum where we actually really focus in on the list of issues that he had and really get some experts in the room who really can burrow in on it, and particularly get more consumers with disabilities involved at every level. I think I've been missing from the discussions. I think many of our members of our organizations have. I think the coalition of citizens with disabilities here in Washington, D.C., which looks at healthcare, they have a healthcare task force, they have other task forces, they have technology. None of those consortium groups have really sort of brought together these two sort of topics of healthcare and consumers and technology together, and this is a very critical thing for us to be doing, and realizing that it's very important for us to be involved. So organizations here, I think, need to be working directly with consumer groups, with service provider groups in the community. I think that's the only way to really make sure that the interests are taken care of. I mean, a lot of us don't have time in the disability community to sort of go to huge forums and things that generally cover the topic, but we will certainly show up at something that is about us, for us, with us, and you want to listen to us. So we can make time for that, but we're stretched on everything else. So yeah, I mean, that's how to do it, I believe, and my colleagues, I'm sure, have much better ideas than I do.
Yeah, I would put on what TD said, and I think that it's also important that we continue this dialogue both with and without people with disabilities. I think it's really great that we have members of the healthcare community in here from the private sector and from the public sector, because the only way it's going to work is if we have that public-private partnership and people see that we're not just some outlying population over here, or that we're some burden on society over here. People need to understand that disability is a part of the life process. I hate to tell you guys, the older you get, the more susceptible you are to getting a disability. And you can have an accident, you can be born with it, as I was. And disability doesn't discriminate. When I go out and speak, I speak about that because people forget. Unless people have a personal connection to this issue, they really don't care. I'm not saying that to be callous. That's just the way it is. So if we can both come together in a public-private partnership and create awareness at the local level, I think that this could be a huge success for us.
And last but certainly not least, Fred.
Well, I think it's an enormous challenge. I think one of the things that we need to do is find a better way to educate our community and Americans at large about this issue. I think most people are totally in the dark about what's going on. They don't have a clue that there's organizations and agencies that are dealing with national health records, personal health records, electronic medical records. I don't think they even know what they are. And so I think we can all play a role in trying to help educate our constituency. I think articles need to appear in local media. I think they need to happen within our own media networks, within our organizations. I'm amazed at the number of people in the VA system that are members of our organization that don't even know the VA has electronic medical record or what it can do for them. Mm-hmm. So there's a tremendous amount of education that needs to happen, and perhaps part of that could happen if we could get some kind of a task force to happen based around this community, then word could begin to ripple from there.